For many survivors, Coe's release reopened really old wounds.
Assault advocacy groups are reacting to a recent push by local lawmakers to make it more difficult for state agencies to release serial rapists. This comes after the release of South Hill rapist Kevin Coe just 2 months ago. In an effort to bring you more to every story tonight, KREM 2's Christian Garza breaks down what the proposed bill will look like if passed this legislative session. Christian.
Well, before his death last week, many wondered how Coe's release was possible, even with his declining health. Now, state lawmakers are making sure there are more steps in place to prevent those like Coe from ever being released from the Special Commitment Center again. In the new proposed bill, if a convicted rapist confined in the SCC wants to be released, but the state can prove that they refuse to participate in sex offender treatment while in confinement and they have not expressed remorse for their actions, they cannot be released. Now, Senator Schoesler says if this criteria was in place, Coe would never have been set free.
There aren't a lot of ways to keep someone there, but if they refuse treatment, never acknowledge guilt, show remorse, apologize, there's a narrow window of things that attorneys in the legislature, nonpartisan staff said you could use to keep these people at a special commitment center. We're not dealing with a huge number of offenders, but we do know that there are people that have never accepted treatment, and we want to make sure that this doesn't repeat itself.
At the heart of the bill, Senator Schoesler says this is to protect the victims of these crimes. Now, Rochelle Cleland, the Director of Advocacy and Education for Lutheran Community Services Northwest, works directly with these victims and says a bill like this is necessary, especially after she saw firsthand the impact of Coe getting released.
Survivors deserve to know that their trauma isn't minimized, isn't forgotten, and that the system is meant to protect them. That is a system that often lets survivors down. And so I really appreciate and respect when legislators can come together, and do their best to stand with survivors is really important.
Now, if you are looking for resources about local advocacy groups for sexual assault survivors, we have those links up on our website, krem.com. The 2026 legislative session starts on January 12th. In the newsroom, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.